So here we are hiking Hardesty Trail in Oregon. Our goal is to get to the top. We've never made it to the top. We usually hit snow, and the snow is usually deep, but we might be okay today. This trail was first built in 1910, and I think it was built for a fire watch tower. And the fire watch tower was used from, I believe, 1910 to 1968. I'm not sure, but we're gonna keep an eye out for any cool old relics or anything that just looks old. Woo. So it's winter here in Oregon. It was about 40 degrees where we parked our car. This hike goes, I think we started at about 1,000-foot elevation, and the hike ends at like 4,300 feet or something. I think the top of Hardesty Mountain is 4,800 feet. I don't think the trail ends on the top of that though. Nice little bridge. So anyway, we're gonna keep an eye out for anything old, any bears. So there are bears on this trail. Keep an eye out for mountain lions, and of course Bigfoot. You alright there, Captain?
Yeah, it's like some dog poop.
Oh.
So,
oh, yeah. Let's keep going. Man. That is a massive fall.
let's show me for scale.
Yeah. You are definitely in it. I wonder if this fell down during that big windstorm
Oh, we did.
we had a few months back. Looks like another tree fell up there. Weird. So the number one complaint that people have about this hike, it is 10.5 miles round trip, but basically from the time you get out of your car to the top of the trail, it's just up, 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 and it's over a 3,000 foot elevation gain, and we're feeling it already. So if you guys are new, welcome. Our goal is to make interesting videos of old places, historic places, hikes, metal detecting, magnet fishing, you name it, ghost towns. So on this hike, we're gonna try to find evidence of the Firewatch cabin thing that was up on the top. It was built in 1910, like I said earlier. I guess the trail was built in 1910, and I think the Firewatch tower went into operation in 1912. So we're gonna keep our eyes peeled. There's got to be something. But man, this is a steep climb. Sun's coming up. winter. It's chilly. We're looking forward to seeing some snow. But yeah, some of you probably remember our videos from back in the days, starting about 20 years ago. We used to make metal detecting videos in New Zealand, and then we moved from New Zealand back to Hawaii, made some videos there looking for old bottles in Hawaii and stuff. And now here we are, we're living in Oregon and exploring good old Oregon. So I'll take you on some adventures. This is all sort of new to us too. Looks like this area got hit by a fire a few years back. Sort of cleared out and the trees are all scorched. Looks kind of cool. Ooh.
Stretch out like that.
Yeah, stretch out. It's been non-stop uphill. Man, look at that tree. Pretty cool. All right, well, I'm gonna put the camera away for a while.
Yeah.
And we'll hit this hike and try to get up to some snow. All right, we've been hiking for over an hour, going up a switchback, and no sign of snow whatsoever. We are concerned. One of the things we really wanted to get into was snow. We do like snow. Whew. It's been non-stop. Up, up, up. Yeah. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. It's a good workout.
What?
Good workout.
My muscles.
Muscles, yes. All right, we've been hiking for close to an hour, maybe not quite an hour, maybe 45 minutes, but we've come across this old, probably logging road. The trail goes across it. I was reading that when they built the Firewatch Tower, that they used horses to carry all the lumber and all the materials needed for construction back in around 1910, 1911. So I think we follow this road up for about a minute or so, and then this trail continues on to our left. Do want to take this time to apologize about my appearance. I haven't shaved in probably 1 week, so I do apologize about that. And I do want to apologize about my sunglasses. They did break, and I had to fix them with hot glue. Anyway, we're going to continue on. No sign of snow, so we're a bit nervous. All right, there's it's an insulator hanging from the tree here. Kind of cool. I would imagine they had electrical going up or communications or something. It's hanging on a wire that connects up on top of that tree there. I don't know, kind of cool. Hey, hi Lo. Taking a break. It is non-stop uphill.
Height.
Up, up, up. Yeah. It's hard to tell by the camera, but it's just nonstop up. And we are feeling it. But it's a nice hike. We saw one jogger so far, hiking or jogging with his dog. You can see these diamonds on the trees. That's for when there's lots of snow up here. Sort of mark the trails. We were just talking. We can see snow off in the distance, off in like the top of the other peaks of mountains and stuff. Nothing yet for us. It's been a very unusual like snowfall for Oregon this year. A lot of the ski fields are just opening now. Some of them are still closed, and yeah, just not much snow at all, which is kind of junk. We wanted to be in knee deep of snow by now. This is always a fun hike to come up and hike around. It's probably in the 40s right now, maybe close to 50 degrees. I would say 40s, 45-ish degrees. I'm still wearing my jacket. I might hang it up and grab it on the way down. But still, it's a nice hike. My only complaint, too many trees. And I'm being a bit silly. But you'd have some amazing views up here if it weren't for these trees. And as we know, all these trees are sucking up all the oxygen. That's all they do, is suck up oxygen. Just joking. That's a reference from a movie. But it is a nice hike. I'm still hopeful. What always amazes me is you come way back out here, you know, in the forest, and we don't really see any wildlife. But you go back home and you'll have bears and deer and even mountain lions and stuff walking around our yard. And it's like, I guess they're used to the sounds of the city, or maybe it's the smell from all the food or something from people.
I mean, I have an idea. It could be just for they're longer.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we're in one spot, so you're bound to see something walk by. We live where we live. We live sort of in the woods like this. We have a couple acres of just wooded area surrounded by, you know, just woods. So we get all sorts of wildlife that pass through our area. I haven't seen with my own eyeballs a bear yet or a mountain lion, but the like the cameras on our neighbors' doorbells and stuff have bears walking through and mountain lions. We found the bird feeders in our yard from the bear that ripped the bird feeder down from our neighbor's yard and dragged it up to our yard. I've seen bobcats quite a few times. I've got videos of bobcats walking around our yard. But do not want to encounter a bear up here, even though I know that what kind of bears do we have here in Oregon?
I don't know. I don't know if it's brown or black.
I think it's black bear. I could be completely wrong. All I know is I have a phobia of bears. I've had a phobia of bears ever since a young child, even though I lived in Hawaii most of my life where there's no bears. Here's another insulator up there. Leading our way to the old fire watch tower up there. I wonder when, like, what the insulators were for. I guess they had electrical power going up. From what I heard, it was like a cabin or something up on the top.
Almost certainly year round. Usually.
Yeah, I mean, well, definitely during the summer, during fire times, and then probably not much happening during winter.
But when, I mean,
Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, it might have, they presumably just stayed up there for months.
Yeah, well, yeah, it would have been awesome up there. More uphill. So I remember last time we were at this section, and there's like this part of a kind of a rock face. It was completely covered in icicles, and we were like just stomping over here like a good solid foot of snow.
We're beginning to see like big bear part, you know,
Yeah,
bear
yeah.
trees.
Oh yeah. I'm still hopeful. Still hopeful. We might have to come back up in a month. After, usually February, we get hit by a good dump of snow, you know. I know the camera probably can't get it, but we're climbing uphill. We've been hiking probably about 3 miles. So I think there's roughly 2.5 miles left to get to the top. Can you imagine coming up here with horses and carrying all the lumber and stuff back in 1910? Yeah. Anyway, bears. I've had a phobia of bears since childhood. And I think it's from when I went to, it was Yellowstone. You know, I was young. Elementary school, probably like kindergarten or something. And there are the bears at Yellowstone that eat people and stuff, and there are signs everywhere saying, you know, warning bears, all that, and that planted in my brain this fear of bears. I remember we were camping every night, and my mom was convinced that we were gonna get eaten by a bear, and she was terrified and sleeping in the car while we all slept out in the tent. And so yeah, ever since then, I always have nightmares about bears. And it's annoying because they freak me out. Oh. So yeah, if those trees weren't here, we'd have a nice view right now.
I mean, we sort of do.
We do. Mr. Kailua Posse.
Where is this from?
That's the Kailua Posse shirt from Chris. Gave that to me way before you were even born, or probably around the time you were born. They came. Chris was part of the Kailua Posse back in the days, and he gave those shirts to all of us. He had them made. I think there's a place like at Windward Mall or something that would make shirts.
So for all the people watching this are from Hawaii, you know, you'd recognize that.
Yeah, good old Windward Mall. I still remember the day that opened up. Anyway, let's keep going. We got this. Nice little view. One of the very few areas that you can see through the trees. Down there's a reservoir where I look for rocks and stuff. All right, our first sign of snow. Not much, but hey, it's something. You want to touch it? Your first touch of snow this season?
Oh.
Ugh, snow?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if there's snow here, there's got to be more up.
Definitely got to be more up there. Woo. We've gone, I don't know, 3 miles or so, and no, almost about 4 miles. So only have a mile left, but we're feeling it, and it's, you know, winter. The sun sets here around 4:30 or so. So we got to make sure we're out of here. This is a cool area. There's like rock outcrops, and check out this stone. Huh, it's kind of, it's out of place from everything we've seen so far. That's actually kind of cool looking.
Someone probably put it there.
Well, yeah, just something about where we are right now is kind of, what is this outcrop up there? I kind of want to climb up there just to sneak a peek. Can I do that real fast?
Yeah.
You gonna wait here?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna run up real fast. See what's up here. I bet you when they were building this trail in 1910, they did the same thing. Oh boy. Oh. All right. It's kind of cool. Oof. Oh. Makes you wonder how many other people climbed up right here. Stood right here. Looks like there's a clearing over there on those rocks. All right, now I gotta climb back down somehow. Ugh. Kind of cool. Ooh, gotta get back down. All right. Should we continue on? You might be wondering why I'm still wearing a jacket. I'm still wondering the same thing. It is probably around 50 degrees or so. It's getting warm. And we're just climbing, climbing. All right. We've gone 4.1 miles. There's 1 mile left, but we're going to turn around here. I think it's probably the best option. We bumped into another hiker. He said there's a little snow up in the top, but not much. We're tired and we don't want to be hiking back in the dark. But I think ultimately we're tired. And at 4.1 miles, if we turn around now, that's going to be an 8.2 mile hike. I think that's, with it being such a elevation type hike, that's a pretty good calorie burner. According to my app that's tracking us, I burned almost 2,000 calories already. So we're gonna get home and eat some food. You ready to head back? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Probably a good time to head back too, because we're about out of water. Someone told me the other day, a good time to turn around is when you're halfway done with water. But we've gone through a lot of water. All right, onward we go. All right, we're speed walking down the trail. Got to get back. We made reservations at a restaurant for 4 o'clock, which means we gotta hit the trail, get back. We got 4 miles to hike back. How many miles did I say, Isaac?
I don't remember.
I think it was 4.1.
Okay.
So we gotta speed walk 4 miles back to the car. The good news is it's all downhill, but sometimes going downhill is harder than going uphill. It uses those different muscles. I think we should be good at this rate. Back in that dark foresty part. Yeah, we're definitely going faster. We're thinking we're gonna come back up on this trail probably February if we get a good heavy dose of snow. We'll make a quick video of that. We're back at that insulator up in the tree. Dropping in elevation pretty quickly. Ugh. Came close to spraining my ankle a couple times. Ah! Ah! You didn't scare me. I'm not trying to scare you. The camera scared me. Keeps following us around. Tell you what, it's a lot faster hiking down than it is coming up. Have to keep an eye out for those sweatshirts that we stashed in the bushes. Tell you what though, I'm gonna eat some serious food tonight. What's up?
It's so funny to me that you can't get on a couple sheep and not hop off.
Whoa. Yeah. We're hiking, hiking, hiking. Oh man, tell you what, I'm gonna eat some serious food tonight. Kind of junk that I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I don't have a day to recover, because I'm gonna be feeling this tomorrow.
I'm probably not gonna go. I don't know.
Know why tomorrow? Take a day off to rest the muscles.
Yeah. Almost certainly. I think I've done like a week of the walk.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Go for a fire hike.
It's 9.2 miles of a hike. Just on flatness is a good amount itself. But when you got this elevation gain and everything, it really adds to the muscle core and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not an athlete, but you know what I mean. Whoa. Ah! The camera keeps chasing us.
You're a silly guy.
I like it. My son just said I'm a silly guy.
I don't mean that as an insult. I like it.
Another good thing about this hike is we get to test our new camera. See how it functions. I just sent Chris a text, a photo of you wearing the Kailua Posse shirt. He's the guy that gave me the shirt. Trying to think of when he gave it to us. So it was my older brother, and he was friends with Chris and all the rest of them, and they were the so-called Kailua Posse. We all grew up in Kailua, and then my friends and I, after my brother went and all of them went off to college or wherever they went off to, my friends and I became the so-called Kailua Posse Part 2. It was sort of silly, but it was fun. Yeah. Good old Kailua back in the days, back in the 80s and 90s. We're talking 1900s, 80s and 90s. Which to me seems like yesterday, but to you guys may not even be a memory. Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have a burger. Oh,
I might have like chicken with buffalo wings. Well, you know, like an before.
yeah.
You think that comes in?
I don't know, man. Just get whatever you want.
Because I don't want to like. I thought I heard like a dog or something.
Could be Bigfoot. He's watching. Or she.
No, Bigfoot's big. It'd be funny if he had like just abandoned the woods and he was living in land.
Abandoned the woods, was living in land.
Just like
An urban Bigfoot.
yeah, just like shaved all the hair off.
Shaved. Yeah, you never know. A lot of people here in Oregon believe in Bigfoot. I've met people that swear they've seen Bigfoot. I think there was a documentary about Bigfoot made here in Oregon. I think that movie's on YouTube now. It came out, I don't know when, but it's kind of an old movie. It's a documentary, Bigfoot encounters and stuff.
I would make like a horror movie that like starts out as a Bigfoot movie, a documentary,
Yeah,
and it becomes a horror movie.
yeah, that'd be fun. Bigfoot horror movie.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies is still Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, one of my speaking of like fake documentaries, one of my favorite like fake documentary is that Swedish movie. No, not Swedish, Norwegian.
The
movie.
Trolls movie?
Yeah.
That's a good movie. The subtitles one.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting there. Oh. Getting there. Tell you what though, like I said before, I don't think I'm going to want to go to work tomorrow. We were going to do this hike yesterday, but it was sort of a cloudy day and my stomach wasn't feeling the best yesterday.
You think there would have been more snow yesterday?
Who knows?
Probably a little.
I think we should just come back up after a nice heavy dose of snow.
Yeah. The day after. It'd be nice if we were hiking and saw the first snow hit.
Well, didn't see too much in regards to the fire watch tower. I mean, we didn't make it to the top, but from what I heard, the only thing left on the top are some concrete little, like, concrete brick things where the foundation was. But we got to see the insulators, and this trail itself, being built in 1910, is historic, and it's associated with that tower. You can picture the horses coming up here carrying lumber and stuff, and all the different crews that would come up to live up there and swap out, keep an eye out for fires during the summer, back before you could do all the airplane reconnaissance and stuff. All right, we're getting there. Ah! I always thought this tree was interesting. It's obviously dead. But look at the bottom.
Yeah.
Someone started cutting it down.
I wonder if it's something like that so it's false.
Fall specific way, yeah. Weird. I guess they just got tired.
Yeah, I think it was specifically so it fall this way.
Yeah.
Or that way.
Just weird that they didn't finish. Spotted another insulator. Way up there on that tree. Can you see it?
Yeah.
People. You see it too, Isaac?
Yeah.
It's up there. Someone climbed up there. Did they use a ladder to climb up there? Did they just climb up?
Wouldn't be surprised if they used like a latch.
Latch, yeah. I wonder how long that's been there. I'm guessing they used it till like the 1960s when it shut down. 1968? Is that when I said it shut down?
If you said,
I think it was 1968 they stopped using it. Which doesn't seem like that long ago, but if you think about it, that was actually a long time ago. Makes me feel old. Even though I wasn't alive in 1968, but I was alive not long after that. Well, about a decade after. Alright, looks like we're back down to the second logging road. Or the first if we're going down. Getting there, probably halfway down. Just in case you're not sure where to go, follow the arrow. Follow the road. Oh, how are your knees? That raises another question. If Bigfoot is real, do you think Bigfoot would want to adapt to our world today? For example, would Bigfoot want to wear clothes or clothing, or maybe utilize some tools that we have? Like, would it scrounge around and get bowls or water bottles, or you know?
It depends on how intelligent it is.
Yeah, how intelligent. Just basic, you know, tools or something for survival. You never know. I mean, Bigfoot would have to be pretty intelligent to avoid all the trail cams and, you know, to be so secret. Well, we're getting there. I think the original trail just went down the ridge. You can kind of see remnants of it. And then they've modernized it for this, or modified it with this switchback. How you doing?
All right.
Good. We're getting there. I'm glad we switched the dinner time to 6.
Yeah.
So we don't have to race back, like literally race back. My knees are getting sore. You know, I've been using switchbacks my whole life. It wasn't until a couple weeks ago that I realized why they're called switchbacks, you know? You just keep switching back and forth, back and forth. I know that sounds silly, but certain words I just, you know, never really think about. And this trail definitely has a lot of switchbacks. I was looking straight up while drinking my water. It's Kind of trippy. He's looking straight up. Looking up. All right. Oh. Well, I was just talking to Isaac. I'm glad we turned around when we did because I am feeling it. My muscles, my body, my back. We've hiked over 8 miles now. We're still not back to the car. And I was thinking about it. This hike is not really a hiking trail. It was more of a get from point A to point B in 1910. You know, it wasn't designed for a hike with scenic views and stuff. It was just a way of travel. So I think that's why it's not really any interesting views other than a couple spots. And it's more of just a, you know, but it is a good trail if you want to build muscle, because it is like climbing stairs non-stop for over 5 miles to get to the top, which we only went just over 4 miles and turned around. Oh, whoa. Oh. Anyway, we're almost there. We're back to the area that had a fire a few years back. I can hear cars. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh boy. It'd be funny if we got to the back and realized all the footage never got recorded. By the way, this is the first time we've ever used this camera, so we have no idea how it's gonna look. I didn't even know what settings to put it on or anything. I just took it out of the box and hit the button. I'm not even sure how to use the thing. But we are almost to the end. And we are sore. I think that would push us to our limits. Back at the beginning where the tree fell. Oh, I like how they saved the mud for the very end. That way you can get in the car with muddy feet. You can see horses come here too. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Got to see some insulators and a 1910 trail. Until next time, I'm gonna go eat a 2,000 calorie meal now. See you all later.